Can we get any more creepier talking about sex at the airport in front of the restrooms? I'm down the clown, so let's do it. Okay, so I know you don't know this, but most and all, not most, all men are not creators, okay? They, in fact, need your sex to become creators. And you're thinking, well, God created the heavens and the earth, so that is not true. Well, no, he did not. They call it Mother Nature for a reason, because the real story, one of the stories of Gnostic beliefs, is that, in fact, we don't really have time to get into it, but we'll talk about the dichotomy between the feminine and the masculine God that unite and spawns and creates. But the male, the masculine side, cannot create anything without its female counterpart. Gods were androgynous. This is the main reason why a lot of celebrities choose to be androgynous, living in asexual type of lifestyle. But we don't have time to go there. Let's go back to Mother Nature. Men cannot create. They need energy to create. They need a mother energy to create something. You need a womb. So they, in fact, will use, and that's what sex used to be about, we're building allegiances with women through the power of bed and matrimony. That was what real matrimony was about. That was what real marriage was about. It was consummated, okay? Consummated in the bedroom is where all the energy and power. And this is also why they say, you know, when you are going to go into battle, do not have sex with your spouse because it expends a certain type of energy. Both of those energies meet cataclysmically in the cosmos, and they reunite. They unite. So that P and C that a guy gets at the end of you know what is in fact when the veil is the thinnest and when reality is the purest. That's why they have all of these like epiphanies of like, I really don't like this woman, or yeah, this was just a physical thing, where it needs to be a spiritual thing. So that spiritual energy comes out, the two unite. When the energy returns back to you, this is where it's powerful. This is where the source of creation happens. This is where the man is able to create from and have wisdom. He is the power from which that source of idea comes from. So she creates the idea, she births it in him, and then him being with the strength and the power and the dominance at the time. We're seeing a shift. Okay, we're seeing a shift. My bottle just went flying. He then puts that, just had to take a quick pause. It was so quiet and peaceful, and then I start the video and it's sheer chaos. This pathway was peaceful a minute ago. Okay, so then he carries out her subconscious orders because he has the strength and the power, right, and the stamina. This is where we get a lot of king leadership. It's like you have these consummated relationships with these queens and other empires, these women who have, you know, they're wealthy women, right? Their dads are places of high stature, so only elite are going to get the elite. And so they would lock in these relationships, draining that energy. Well, it's supposed to come back also to the woman, but we'll talk about that at another time because that's a whole nother can of wax on how it comes back to us. But that's how men become creators and become powerful and ultimately rule the realm. I don't know how I feel about that. All right, that's the truth. All right, hope it helped.